Hey everybody, Aaron here, and I hope you like the new intro. That's gonna be my Let's Play intro, obviously, because I don't want to keep doing the Blade Ninja Zero. Well, I don't have 009 anymore. Oh, forgot. I don't want to do the Blade Ninja kind of reviews intro all the time if I'm doing Let's Plays, because I think that might throw people off too, and that's not fair to them. Anyways, though, I mean, then again, you could also read the title, but I'm not gonna do that regardless. Anyways, though, guys, so last time we left off, we were playing Higurashi When They Cry. That was part one. That was for me a week ago because I haven't actually recorded since a week ago. So I'm gonna kind of be a little fuzzy on what happened. I think Keiichi went to the school for the first time, so I believe that's where we're leaving off. So we're gonna continue. Gotta load. Yes, I want to load. Thank you. That's why I press load. All right, starting my timer, and here we go. Himazawa was a really small village. Not only was there one school, but there was one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like kindergarten than a proper school. Not like that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Heh. Too bad I wasn't gonna fall for that again. I was just gonna say that's probably a trick. I called it. To think you give the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Nina chuckled, a hearty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Rena. It's dangerous. She's here. Huh? Then Satoko-chan is? Her name was Satoko Hoju. I have actually Hojo. I'm gonna say Hojo. I don't know if that's right or not, but well, I'm gonna butcher people's names in this a lot. I'm just being forewarning you guys when it comes to that. She was a disrespectful, impotent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap. A blackboard eraser right in the door. It's too obvious, Satoko. A haughty laugh came from behind the door. Excellent, Kei-chan. I guess that means you win this round. No, this is Satoko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such intricate traps since that day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Sakoto liked to combine a variety of traps. Traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic, rude Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they're almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this racer is normal. No rocks or anything in it. Damn, if you put rocks in a racer, that'd be mean. I took a pretty heavy hit from the blackboard racer loaded with rocks on my first day. Wow! This is a messed up. I forgot, Satoko was messed up in the anime too, though. So why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after. Making me focus my attention upwards, so as I lifted my hand to the door, there was thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape. A frightening trap. Okay, see, this is a bit much. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Come on. Dang, Satoko. A potent and terrifying trap, concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoko. But in the end, nothing more than trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. That didn't look good. I felt something strange on my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of jump rope catching on my leg. Oh, Ralph. By the time I realized she had me hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Kei-chan, watch out! Instinctively reaching out to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. Ow, ow, ow! An ink stone, filled to the brim, was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it. Dang it, Satoko. Don't smile with me. Don't smile with me. Mama, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Kenichi-san. Aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual trap, Satoko. Oh, there we go. See? That's more the face I expected her to have. I have the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. You little... Oh. I seemed to inadvertently sprain my back a little while I landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. Is that really better than landing on ink? I mean, Hey, it's Rana-chan! A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, go away. The small, dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. Oh, I said Rena-chan. I'm stupid. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. It's terrible. I call myself a fan. Oh, man. Yay, Rika-chan. Good morning. Ohio. Good morning to you, Rena. And good morning to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Rena, Neon, and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over in her direction. Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. I am the very model of a good girl. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof... I picked up Satoko by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. I don't know, some of my friends say cats do some pretty interesting things sometimes. She's much harder to deal with. I'm sorry! Try saying that if you won't say it. I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flick, it really hurts. It could split plywood right in half. Eee! Stop! Get away from me, you beast! Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand. A small hand tugging on the back of my shirt. She's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, that's why you cry. It's okay, Satoko, I know your craziness. You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting. Yeah. Rika gently patted the head of the prankster friend. You know, as bad as I'm probably doing these voices to people, all you need to do is watch the Higurashi dub. That's all. Trust me. You would never guess those two are the same age. I apologize to the people who actually did the dub of Higurashi, but that wasn't good. Just throw that out there. I'll be honest. I think Satoko I couldn't say it. I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Red's expression grew ecstatic as she banged into swoon. Ah! Satoko-chan is crying. She's so cute. Kawaii. Kawaii desu. As you... Oh, I read that part. You can't take them home. Yeah, Ren always wants to take everything home. Ah, but they're so cute. You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit is fine. It's fine. Rena kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Riena's ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. You know, saying the word like cute, like with a K, causes then you to say this like ridiculously horribly. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up. And I could just look. Just looking. That should be fine, right? Right? Rena swooned over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinozawa, I'm forced to turn Rena into the authorities. Forgive me, Rena. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Sakatoko, this inkstone is yours, right? Just from me on a single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbstack stuck to the door handle gave a bigger problem. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up. Ah, we made it in time. Rise, attention. Mion gave out the morning commands. It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. But naturally, she's just spending all her time with the younger kids. Rena and Mion, being the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. You know what's funny, by the way? The anime actually has a reverse where it has Kenichi actually older than Rena and Mion, so he's the one that's teaching them. They even end up helping teach the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Rena and Mion with their studies. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's because initially I didn't see that part. You're a pretty good teacher, Kenichi-kun. Easy to understand. For some reason it would click even when I pressed it. Rena took a breather after finishing the highlights on the report section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. Yeah, you know what? That's not incorrect, by the way. If you actually ever teach anyone something and you have really not a great understanding of it, then yeah, you feel like you're superior. They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. You do. So while you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. Laissez-faire. For one, she is supposed to be a higher grade than me. Look, man, is this for your own good? If you don't take this seriously, there'll be trouble later on. With these marks. It's not like I'm aiming to go on a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exams a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. There was a different type of relax than someone who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exam. Mi-chan, Keiichi-kun is doing his best to teach us. Keiichi-kun. We try too hard. We need to try hard too. You're such a good and honest kid, Rena. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into a good school. What? Thanks so much. Arigato gozaimasu. Especially you, Rena. Private lessons, just the two of us. Yeah, of course you would like private lessons. Private lessons? A puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Rena's head. Well, that's not normal. Exactly, what kind of private lessons is she fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? I'd like to hear the play-by-play about that next time. While Mia was flipping through her vocabulary flashcard, she threw out a casual question. So in the city, do you have to study this much? If you don't know at least this much, you can't get into university. So you study just to get into university? Well, yeah, basically. While knowing that this stuff won't ever come in handy in the future. Out here, you can get to the university as long as your attendance is good enough. Really? Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe is so easily outturned and sent to me in such a state of shock. That's sad, right? That is right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. If anyone can get into the university, there's no need to be uptight about this stuff, right? I can just imagine the same school that you go to right now, like he's going to, is actually the university. Well, that's true, but you should at least know the stuff that's common knowledge. This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should be spending precious teen years doing more meaningful things. It was too proud of a statement to simply laugh off, but since it was Mion, it probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning. In place of the chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbill drifted throughout the classroom. Kei-chan, we're done! We're done! It's our wonderful lunchtime! That's not really per se done. In a complete 180 from her unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands to signal the end of the morning period. Keiichi-kun, let's have lunch! I might have been making a very troubled face. Rena smiled brightly at me. Alright, let's eat. This is so tame and so like, it's even worse when you see how tame this is and then you realize what this is going to happen to be. There seemed to be different cliques even within the classroom. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our age was different and we both had boys and girls. Well, you have one boy, dude. I mean, you're the only boy of the group and the rest are girls. But we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Randall and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desk over as well. Keiichi, hurry up, hurry! Rena waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes. That's cool, alright. Keiichi-san's lunchbox is most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crust, like some sort of destitute plebeian. Dang. Are you sure you're how old are you, Satoko? Like 14, I think? Why don't you just show it to us? Come on now. Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid into her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly, dragged my chair over to join the circle. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Well then, representing me, please give the signal a start. At first, this was kind of embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and gender have all been different, but we were all friends. Let's eat! Ikimasu! The sound of our little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course, there are other boys in class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys just see older boys as scary. Compare that to girls, well at least these girls aren't picky. We put all the side dishes in the middle where everyone was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mia noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As a fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch. My, isn't Sir Keiichi's lunch extravagant today? My, isn't Satoko's lunch extravagant as well? The stewed stuff has nice look to it, rather trendy. Buying into the fight that Satoko was staring our chopsticks. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked in cross counter, stabbing into each other's lunches. My, how delicious! Oh, this taro is good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile. I feel bad for Rika because I actually know her story. If you don't know her story, I'm not going to spoil that, but I do feel bad for her. I saved some from dinner last night. By the way, Satoko and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. It seemed that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too? These taste like mom's home cooking. I was honestly impressed. The carrot rosettes weren't from a mold, they were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do. I guess Rika-chan's just good at this sort of thing. She's really good at sewing, laundry, and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Amazing. Rika is quite exceptional in many ways. Ho 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 ho. There's nothing for you to boast about. Rena's actually better at cooking than I am. Huh? Well, you know. It seemed that the topic of conversation switched to Rena when she wasn't expecting to make her blush and trip over her words. Rena's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Rena's lunchbox constantly. Everyone liked this one so much before, so it made a lot this time. It's good, I hope. I hope. It got high marks from me. Mion, you're taking too much. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time and a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in mouthful after mouthful while praising it, and Ren's lunchbox was soon empty. It was kind of bad that no one thought to leave any for Rena. But Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on. How did you like it? Isn't Rena-chan an extremely good cook? Quite different from Kenichi-san. I said nothing for you to boast about. You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet? Satoko's face went pale. Oh, they actually mentioned this right away in the visual novel. Okay. Hey, even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know? Of course I can. You know, that's actually, it sounds goofy, but there's actually a hidden meaning behind this. It's very important for Satoko's story. Of course I can. I really can. It's really hard for her to lie. Keiichi both taste good with their boiled on top of mayo, right? I've never had broccoli and cauliflower mayo. I've never had that, to be honest with you. I've had it with cheese. You shouldn't be picking on her and me, John, too. Rena hurriedly tried to follow up, and Mio laughed heartily as she drew closer to Satoko. I've went past like 15 minutes. Okay, so with that, I'm going to end it here. So we're going to have to watch the rest of this lunch kind of unbrawl into the part 3. I kind of hope we get to the more violent parts of this soon, but I do not know when that will happen. So I will talk to you all later. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot.